Alright, so this is part 2 of like a 2-part Resident Evil anniversary special video that I'm making, or videos, whatever. But yes, the last time we talked about Sweet Home, the movie. Today we're going to be talking about Sweet Home, the game. So, without further ado, welcome to Obscure Reviews. Now this game is really, really cool. Again, as I've mentioned before, it's kind of like the proto version of Resident Evil. Kind of like Resident Evil Z. Shit, that already exists. So yeah, let's just go with proto, like, you know, proto Daredevil. But yeah, essentially Resident Evil actually started out as a remake of this game for the PS1. But again, you know, things got changed around. But whatever, let's just actually talk about the game. The overall plot is the same from the film, but, you know, fit for a classic RPG game. So the story is, you know, instead told through, you know, clues and exploration rather than cutscenes. Also, unlike the film, every character is able to survive in the game. You heard me, survive. And what I mean by that is, if your character dies, they're dead. No Phoenix Downs, no, you know, go sleep at the end, screw that. They are dead, dead. So, tread carefully. And I mean that quite literally. What is this, molasses on the floor? Jesus Christ. Okay, keep moving. What? No, not right now. Right. Come on. Thank God. You can actually get injured by, you know, traps that all of a sudden spring. Like, just, all of a sudden you're walking down a hall and boom, chandelier's falling. You gotta jump left, jump right, or duck. Or do nothing at all, because it's actually time-based. So yes, in a sense, it's like QuickTime events. But they don't suck. It's not making you mash a button. It actually keeps you on the edge of your seat. You're like, oh crap, something's going on. Do it. And even after you do the actual button press, you're still left to wonder. You don't know if that's actually the right choice. And that adds so much more to the tension. Now in this game, you take control of 5 characters individually, and have the option to group them up, but only up to groups of 3. The characters mentioned in part 1 are the same here since the game is based off the film. Now in traditional RPG style, you can change their names, but I prefer the original names. Wait, who the hell is Taro? Screw it, I'll just keep that the way it is, even though the character's name is Taguchi. Now each character has their own item, or, you know, special trait that makes them integral to the group. Kazuo has a lighter and a high HP. Akiko has a medkit that cures all ailments, but doesn't actually heal the player. Also, she has the lowest power of the group, and this kind of complete opposite of the film, you know, your counterpart in the film is actually really, really awesome. So, to, you know, make up for this, I actually gave her probably one of the best weapons in the game, so screw that, she's my main character. Taguchi has a camera and has a great defense stat. Asuka has a vacuum that cleans up things that, you know, in the way, and she is somewhat low-powered, but not terribly. Emi has a key that can open pretty much any door in the mansion, and is the fastest character of the group. Now before we continue, I just want to reiterate, yes, Resident Evil was supposed to be a remake of this game, originally. So, it would only make sense that all the game mechanics that make Resident Evil great started off in this game, and really make this game shine. Alright, to start it off, let's talk about the claustrophobic setting. Both are set in a mansion filled with monsters, and your main objective in both games is to find out what is going on and escape. The mansion is the only area of the game, so backtracking is a necessity. But it never feels repetitive, because when you return to an old area, you discover something new that was inaccessible before. Now what lurks in the halls are the monsters, and pretty much all of them are freaking crazy and awesome to look at. And this is mostly due to the brutal imagery. For a Famicom NES game, this is one hell of a gruesome game. I'm talking gore that can rival Mortal Kombat X. And in glorious 8-bit graphics. I mean, for example, when a character dies, they get their own custom death scene. I mean, holy shit, he just got split in half. Again, in 8-bit. Lovely. Now, another piece of iconic imagery is the door loading screen, which surprisingly actually originated from this game. Used as a clever way to hide load times on the PS1 with a moment of uncertainty, here it's used mainly to build suspense. I mean, the Famicom didn't even need to do this. The door could just easily appear open, but this small detail adds so much to the overall experience. It makes every door opening an event. Now let's talk about one of the bigger game mechanics, item management. Whereas it's integral in Resident Evil, Well, here it's the name of the game. Same as RE, you must leave behind items and must take only things that you need. But divvy that up between 5 characters that can each be in different parts of the mansion. It's best not to travel alone. Now, if any of your characters die, their tool is not lost, but it now must be picked up by another character and it will take up a much needed item slot. So keeping your characters healthy is pretty damn important. Now, in terms of health in this game, health is represented through the items of tonics. Now, a single tonic gives you and your party full health and as well as full prey points. Prey points are kind of like the magic in the game, but regardless of that, there is a finite amount of tonics in the whole mansion, so ration them carefully. Next up, let's talk about puzzle solving. Your best tool here is logic. Nothing like, find A and put into B, but more like, there's dust on this painting. What do you do? Shit, I have a lighter, a camera, and a vacuum. That's what I should use. Alright, it's clean. Now I need to capture it? How do I the camera, of course. Wait, letters appeared. It's a hint. Okay, what does that date mean? Oh shit, is that a plot point? Throughout the game, notes and messages are all around you. Some being info to help you in the, like fighting against certain enemies, or simply telling you the overall story of the mansion. And you want to find out what happened. Also, yes, I say want to because this plot is amazingly fleshed out, especially for a Famicom game. Not to mention, there's multiple endings to this that really depend on the, how many of your characters survive. That is an amazingly tense balance between exploration and cautiousness. Now, another thing I wanted to mention, this game is hard, NES hard or Famicom hard, but it has a save feature, and you can save whenever and wherever. So, you have really no excuse not to keep playing. Now, while I say that this game is very similar to Resident Evil, I mean, obviously, the two are freaking pretty much blood brothers, the two in the end are still very different. Don't use the mental excuse that, oh, they're the same thing, I've already played Resident Evil, so I don't have to play this one. Wrong. The way this game differs is mainly in how it functions as an RPG. And what I mean by that is the combat. But unlike games like Final Fantasy, the combat is far more streamlined. Battles are of course random encounters, but whenever you get dragged into one, they're brisk and they're pretty much over once they start. And that makes the overall experience a lot better, instead of it being tied down by just pointless, repetitive gameplay. So yes, if you're interested in playing this game, I cannot highly recommend this game enough. I mean, look, I didn't grow up with this game, so I have no nostalgia to it. I just recently played the game. And my god, no hyperbole at all, no exaggeration, this is one of the best games I have ever played. Not to mention the best NES game I've ever played. Well, technically NES Famicom, but this game is just amazing. It hits all the right marks with me, but it's a near flawless game. It's brutal, it's fun, it's tense, it's actually action-packed. It keeps you on your toes, like you're actually enjoying yourself when you play this game. Not a single moment that I think, oh, this is tedious. I was like, I want to keep going. What's next? How do I get into this room? Oh god, it's puzzle solving and adventure all rolled into an amazing, great game. And again, with no exaggeration, I recommend that everyone play this game. It is a staple of survival horror. Not only that, but it's a staple of game culture in general. In my eyes, this is a flawless experience that deserves way more attention. 10 out of 10. Not even a debate. 10 out of fucking 10. Well, and that's the video. And just want to say it again. Happy freaking 20-year anniversary, Resident Evil. You're a great game series. Yes, recently you've been dropping the ball a little bit, but you still have potential. You still can lead yourself the right way. Resident Evil Revelations 2 was actually fun as hell. So I'm looking forward to all of your future ventures, except that one. Let's just forget about that one. That one doesn't even exist. But regardless of all that, oh my god. Capcom, don't screw up. You're not Konami. Don't ever go down that path. And I love you. Without further ado, that's the video. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later.